Okay, it finally came in. A TYPHON Terror XX. This is a 4,000-pound excavator. We ordered it on the line on eBay, got a great deal on it. They delivered it to our property. The driver was really nice. I'm actually very impressed. People talk about getting this thing and you have to get these excavators from auctions and all that, and they're saying about you have to go through and tighten every bolt and everything. This thing, I have not found one loose bolt. The only thing I did do is I did change out the Zerk fittings. Some were the flat, I'll show you a picture of them later, but it was a flat, kind of a weird, maybe an import Zerk fitting, which I think were suck or get full of dirt. Anyway, I'm going to pull this in the garage and go through it and show you some of the things I found. I've used it just a couple times, more like to pick up the back of our truck to change the tires, which yes, this did pick up the back of a truck. And actually my wife did it. She was operating it. Yes, I did marry a farm wife, so she knows how to run tractors. And I'll show you this thing. It is a diesel. Starts up really easy. I do like the idea that it does have the safety, hydraulic safety lockout. This right here, you put it down and all your hydraulics on your pilot controls work. Lift it up and you only have controls on the stick. With it down, you have controls on everything. It is really slow. I know my wife was taking the trash cans out the other day and I said, honey, just hook them to this and we'll take them out. She goes, no, I could walk faster, which she was right. It does not have the grease cartridge tensioners, which I really like because I hear a lot of those are blowing the seals and then you're stuck. This has actually still got the bolts down inside there, right there. So it's a bolt adjustment, which I'm pleased with. A couple things I'm going to do. I'm going to build a guard to cover that cylinder right there. And you can see I did change out the Zerk fittings right here. This has got the swing boom. I did not elect to go with the expandable tracks because if you look around, we got 5 acres here and we really don't need those. This cheap ass carpet mat, it's dusty and dirty because we are actually on dirt. This I'm going to change out and just put a pad or something in there, some maybe non-slip tape or something. I do like the idea that some of these, we looked at another one called Digmaster. It had probably, God, not exaggerating, probably 10 keys. This thing has 2. They gave you 2 ignitions and 2 for the locking back hood door and the locking fuel tank. And one thing I did like also on this fuel tank, let me get it opened here. They labeled them hydraulic diesel fuel. People complain about they don't like this lid, it's kind of chintzy. I see no issue with it. I do a lot of welding, a lot of manufacturing, and I'm pleased with it. If I could learn how to lock it, it'd be even better. It's got an adjustable seat on it. Let me pull it into the garage / barn and I'll go over some of the other features that I do like and don't like. It's got the hydraulic temperature and level. It does not have for the fuel gauge but it's got this guy right here that does actually work. I'll show you a couple things we are going to change in the next video. Thanks for watching, and this will be one of I don't know how many, but I'll show you a couple of the pluses. It does come with a light. We're going to add more lights up there so my wife can knock them off when she hits the trees. It does have the spool valve here. Actually, shit, I can't remember the name of it, but we actually got an auger. We got 10 attachments with it, different buckets and stuff. I do like the hydraulic thumb. My wife really liked it. She picked up some tires the other day, and she liked that she could just lock them down and carry them. And it's got a really sturdy row bar on it. If this thing fell over, I would definitely feel safe. It's strong, it's not flimsy. The Digmaster we looked at, not to knock their brand, but it was cheap. It was real jerky operating it. This thing is really smooth. I am very pleased with the TYPHON brand. We did a lot of research. We probably looked for 2 months before we bought this, and we actually settled on the TYPHON. And actually they got some cool videos on the websites, but it's all put out by them. One actually, it's got kind of a rock and roll song, which is kind of cool. That just kind of describes their equipment. It's got, I think, a really hard plastic top on it. One thing it doesn't have a cup holder, so we're gonna install that. My wife's kind of a farm girl, but she likes to have her little beer and margarita when she's tractoring, which I don't mind, because I like to have a beer once in a while too, because we're not driving, we're just out here playing on our equipment. Anyway, let me pull it in the garage. These things are kind of cheap. These things do not stay on, but you can see I did change out the Zerks, and we got a quick hitch we're going to put on it. This has got the hydraulic thumb. We'll do some videos on that too, changing them out. Directional valve, that's what it is, directional valve. And we're going to install some quick connects on that for the hydraulics. We have the pulse toe digger and all that, the auger, with 2 different auger blades, which is nice. I like that the cylinders on the back side, because you can see we actually use this to pick up a boat, and it did scratch it, but I like the idea we could rest against this and not against the cylinder. So yes, I did put the first scratch on it, but I'll see if I can blame it on my wife. Anyway, let me pull it into the garage / barn, and excuse the mess in there, but hey, I'm a working guy. Let me pull it in there and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching.